YouTube, what's up? It's LJ. I want to make this video today because I have a lot on my mind, and I had a lot of people come to me and ask me for some advice this week. And, I feel like the advice that I gave them is advice that a lot of people should have. It's advice that I had to learn myself and take myself, and that has transformed me as a human. Um, you know, Basically, what the situation was. I have a friend, okay, and she's Mormon, or she was raised Mormon. She grew up Mormon her whole life, and she kind of got tired of the lifestyle. Those people that understand how Mormonism is, and I'm not trying to knock Mormonism. That's your religion, that's your belief. Go ahead, do what you do. But she was tired of the lifestyle. She was tired of her feeling judged all the time, and she's just was at that age. She's what, 19 now, so she's just at that age, where you want to expand, you want to explore, you want to know more, and so she moved out of her parents' house. She moved into her boyfriend's house. Her and her boyfriend were going out for about a year, so it kind of made sense to her, I guess. But the guy basically, he got into drugs. He completely changed who he was, and that's one thing that drugs will do to you. They will change who you are. But she wasn't having it anymore. She felt kind of weirded out, and she left. She moved back in with her parents, and the guy just starts really losing it. He's showing up at her work. He's crying. He's talking about he's gonna kill himself and all this stuff, and the first thing that I told her was, you need to back off of this guy. You need to talk to his parents, and you need to let them know what this kid's considering doing, because you don't want to get caught up in any shit. You don't want to have to deal with any of that, and you shouldn't have to deal with any of that, and that's not fair either. And a lot of people do that. They'll go through a relationship and then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. You leave me." That is such a selfish thing to say. If face your man, just face your shit. Some people, they're so naive to their problems, and to me it's so transparent. If you're in a relationship and you feel like you're depressed, like you need to kill yourself and stuff like that, I will tell you right off the bat that you're investing too much of your energy into this relationship and into this person, when the real problem is inside of you, and that you have not addressed it, and that you're so far going this way in the direction of this person and making them happy and trying to solve their problems, that you have problems stacking up in your life that are just overwhelming you. you know and that's where this kid was. He got out of control with drugs. He first, it became something recreational, and he spiraled out of control. But he's not paying attention because he's so focused on this person over here that he doesn't see all the tricks and all the traps that were standing right in front of him, and he fell for every one of them. So, um, you know, I told her that she can't attach to that person, because what you're really doing when you do that, when you're trying to talk that person through that incident, or, oh, they're gonna kill themselves, oh, I gotta talk to them because they're going crazy, da 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 da. Let me tell you what that's really doing, okay? You are babying them. You are creating a grown baby, because life will deal you a hand. And if you don't play that hand, you will never grow. You will never learn how to play better. If you're going through some shit right now, it's because life is trying to teach you a lesson on how to be a more balanced person. So if you are over here trying to give this person advice, not only are you hindering his growth as a person, because he is not searching for answers, and you're not creating that instinct in him that he needs to search for answers for himself and not through people, but you're also hurting yourself, because now look what you're doing. You're getting involved in him. You're not focusing on you. You have problems mounting up right here, and now it's going to depress you. It's a two-way street, and when it gets that bad, guys, the best thing that you can do is give them space. Let them go and figure life out. And some people are like, well, what if they kill themselves, da 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 da. Let somebody know. Let somebody know that it should know, like their parents or their brother or their sister. Let that person deal with that problem if they feel the need to, or just to talk that person through it. But for you, if you're somebody that's going through that, cut that person off. You need to leave that person alone. If they try to talk to you or anything like that, you need to not reply. You need to distance yourself from that person, because ultimately what you're doing is you're creating more of a toxic human being, and then you're spending all your time with them. And if you're anybody that believes anything about negativity and positivity and how the universe works, you would know that if you spend all your time with somebody that's so negative and so depressed, there's no growth. Nothing gets done. You're not moving forward. Nobody's moving forward. What's the point? And some people, they'll stay in a relationship and it'll be so sour to the point where they're just arguing all the time. And it's just like, I just sit back and I'm just like, that's not a waste of energy? Come on. I mean, how you do you really think you're that compatible with somebody if you're arguing that much? I understand if you're arguing here and there, but if you're arguing every day, do you really feel like you're compatible? Just because, and that's one thing that I learned. Just because somebody has a pretty face or they're attractive, it really doesn't mean shit. It does not mean a damn thing. All it's good for is getting you aroused as a human being and making you want to lust after this person. It doesn't give you anything else other than that. And there's a lot of people out there that will enlighten you, that will expand your growth, that will, there's, man, it's so crazy because, you know, I see it all the time. People will invest so much of themselves into somebody that is just a mess, dude. And it's like, why? You can't fix that person. What you're really doing is running from yourself because you don't want to fix you. And it may sound selfish, guys, but let me tell you something. You came into this planet by yourself, okay? Nobody is going to care about you more than you care about yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, then you are in some serious trouble and you really need to reflect. And if you can't let that person reflect, then you're not doing them a justice. You're actually crippling them. You're making their life harder, and it's not fair to them that you're trying to help them through something. If you have experience in a situation, that's why I made this video. If you have experience in a situation, it's, I mean, it's a little, you could tell them about your experiences, but don't sit there and baby them and be like, oh, he's gonna commit suicide, I have to sit on the phone with him for 3.5 hours. Like, no. Because then once you really get fed the fuck up and he's so used to the fact that that he can go to you and talk to you for 3.5 hours, then he's gonna lose it when he finds out that he can't. So you need to think about that. Let me know what you guys think, though. If you're in a situation where something like this has happened to you, I want to hear about it. So go ahead and post me a comment. Let me know what you think about my video. I always say like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to share this with somebody if you feel like this is a video that will help them out, because I guarantee you this video will save more lives than you sitting on the phone and talking to that person for 4.5 hours on why they shouldn't take their life because they're depressed. Okay? So think about it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.